Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your hosts, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
Morning. I'm good. I'm good. The price is rebounding. We got good stuff to talk about today. Hope everyone caught the show with Mark Wood yesterday. I think I was a lot more bullish than him on yesterday's show. And today we're going up. So let's see where it leads us.
Yeah. Why don't you go first? I've been first most days the last
Sure.
fortnight. That'd be fantastic. I'll
All
just tell you a
right.
little funny story. But just 2 minutes before I did the show, just now, I saw. I thought sometimes I feel like a little bit Miss Australia or whatever like that. I just saw a bloody huntsman spider, which is the size of my hand, on the front door when I went out to smoke before the show. It was as big as my hand, and I felt reminiscent of Australia. I didn't know Japan had those kind of things
Yeah,
here.
I was about to say, I didn't know Japan had huntsman spiders. They are massive, but they are harmless. They don't bite. They just look scary as fuck.
Oh, they're scary AF, and I had to kill the thing. I had put it out of its misery, and I might have brought it with me in like a pair of shoes or something that I had because it was right next to the door. I might have imported it, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually possible. That's probably more likely that you did import the huntsman.
Yeah, yeah, we don't need that here. I like that everything's safe here. All right, let's go. Oh, look at the
Um,
S&P. This is what I sent Tony a screen grab of the pre-market S&P. Look at this. Whoa.
yeah, no, the S&P is looking great. It is up. I'm still bullish on the S&P. Now, keep in mind, of
What a
course,
gap.
it's a massive gap. Uh, S&P is on an MRI warning candle. I am looking for a pullback in the S&P. And on a gap like this, I would absolutely be looking for
Yeah,
a 10 a.m. reversal
yeah.
on a gap. Now, unfortunately, we are now 10 minutes away from the 10 a.m. and the high comes in way too early. So this becomes a little bit tricky of a trade. To me, how would I trade this situation? I would trade this situation as a continuation trade. So I am ready to go long or short. And basically, the next candle or an upcoming candle will decide that. So what I would do is I would draw a
Little channel.
horizontal channel like this, and the break out of this channel gets me into a trade. Now I would wait. This is the first minute of this candle, of a 5 minute candle. I would not be trading it now. But if this candle is closing below this channel, I would then go short. If this, so I would wait. So let's get back to this in about 3 minutes. Okay. So this is my channel. I'm ready to go long for the rest of the day that it's going to be a monster, or I'm ready to profit from the pullback. And the next candle probably decides the fate of that trade. If the next candle is closing outside this bound. And it doesn't literally have to close, but it has to be within the last minute of a 5 minute candle. In the meantime, let's go over to Bitcoin. Um, the weekly chart pulled back perfectly to the center channel, which is good. It was my minimum requirement for a pullback. I think this is a sufficient enough. Let's go straight to the daily chart. I think this is a sufficient enough pullback. I would have liked to see it go a little further down to 58, 58 and a half area. It doesn't have to do that. So this is that 5 candle that I didn't want us to crash on. There's still time, we still got 10 hours. It can still crash down, but this is the candle I don't want to see crash. And now what I'm waiting on is two things. Either a reversal back down the rest through the weekend, giving me that elusive MRI buy opportunity on the daily for a buy the dip, like it's written on my cup, or I need a green star candle on the daily. Now the green star candle on the daily will only arrive uh, in a couple of candles. Not to mention, in order for us to even get a green one, we need a close above the close of Monday the 30th, which is all the way up at 63 and a half. So no matter how you slice it, in order, or when you just need, a couple of more candles. So either way, I don't see myself going long until Monday. Either I'm buying above 63 and a half and I'm going 100% long. And by the way, if the price of Bitcoin goes above 63 and a half, you're pretty much assured that you're going to break your modified Lucid SAR, right? I mean, like once we start sniffing these $66,000 highs,
Yeah, it's
anything
gone.
above 64,000 is sniffing the $66,000 highs. That gets me 100% long, basically, on the allocation chart. If we get back more than halfway up this candle, if we start pushing into 64, everything gets realigned. All the moving averages will start to imminently to turn up. We don't have much to go. The moment Bitcoin is trading above 66, the long-term moving average is going to slide up because I can see it right here. If I hold the shift key and I go back 30 candles, here's where we are, right? So that's 29 candles back. So from next candle, I meant to go 30. So the moment we close a candle above 66, we are dropping off a candle that closed higher than 66, and we start to replace these candles. Once we replace this massive candle, the candle on Thursday, the 13th of June, that closed all the way down at 60, once we replace this candle, this closing price, with 3 weeks from now, or in 1 week from now, that's three candles of 4 day. Well, 2 weeks from now, and once we start replacing that candle with a $66,000 candle, that's it. The 30-day moving average starts to trend upwards instead of downwards, and that gives me 100% bullish allocation. So those are the two things I'm waiting on. Either one more push down to 58 to buy the dip, or just get back above this. Oh, I had a blue line here. This blue line is at 64,000. Get me above 64 with a green star daily candle, and we're good to go. So it's looking really, really good. Let's get back to that S&P. Oh man, there it is. Nope, too late. I kind of missed it. Unless this crash was happening in the last minute, man, spent too much time talking about Bitcoin. So here's that channel. On a 1 minute chart, this channel would actually look different.
I have a question, Tone. If the price drops real heavily in the next, well, minute, right? Could you do the 10 a.m. reversal in the opposite direction
Yes.
to the upside?
Yes, but it has to drop real heavy. Like that's a
Yeah, that's what
big
I
gap,
mean. Yeah, it's yeah, right. It's
right?
got to
That's
drop
a
down
big
the blue
gap.
line.
It
It's like
would
yeah,
need to drop at least 25 points, right? So
right.
something like, let me see. Yeah, yeah. I would need it to go at least halfway down the gap. I mean, it needs
Mm.
a massive drop. So yeah, the idea was right. And there might have been a trade. Like had I been watching this in real time on a 1 minute chart, my channel would have
I,
looked
I,
like
I,
this.
I think there's still a 10 a.m. reversal on here, Tone. This might be to the upside. I mean, I think
I
there's
mean, it
still.
could be, but the a short trade. I mean, like my concept of the trade was accurate. I just didn't. It just dropped a minute or two too early. The trade was to the downside the moment it broke below this channel. So once you know for a fact it's going below the channel, right here, the 953 candle closes below the channel. The 954 candle continues that channel. That was the short trade on the table right there. And right now, that's already fell 16 points. So we're coming up on 10 a.m. Would I
Mm.
consider a 10 a.m. reversal to the upside? Yeah, you have to be real careful with this trade, though. I would actually go to the 1 minute charts to do it. That's a reversal candle coming in on a 1 minute. A 1 minute's tricky. Let's go to 3 minute. 3 minutes better. In a fast moving market, you can use 3 minutes. I would need a reversal candle and a follow through. So I'm
Now,
waiting for a doji
imagine if
or a hammer, and then I buy the following candle.
what if that gap closes? that's an absolute buy to the upside.
Yeah, if the gap closes, I am definitely looking for a buy opportunity.
Yeah. Holy smokes. This is happening here.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of
Yeah,
bots fronting.
but at the open, oh, see, this is a very nice looking 3 minute 3 minute chart. If I was focusing on making a trade this morning, I probably would have played around with the 1 minute, 3 minute. 3 minute would have been the best. 3 minute, you see the deterioration, right? You see all the bodies of all these candles are inside a channel, and then bam, there's your first candle that's outside the channel with a close, and then the short trade comes in on the following candle. This is exactly what I kind of said. I was looking at the 5 minute candles, then I glanced at the 1 minute. The 1 minute didn't look as good. The 3 minute looks the absolute cleanest.
Mm.
Now I'm getting the reversal candle. Here we go. Here's the reversal candle. So the long trade comes in on next candle as it breaks the current candle's high, which is going to come in 45 seconds.
Mm. Let's
That's
watch
a
this.
doji or a hammer, no matter how you slice it. But I would only trade the following candle. And if this candle doesn't actually close on a hammer, then that
Mm.
trade's not happening. So this candle is already removing me from the trade. This is why I made it very clear. I said next candle. I
Yeah,
would have
I
never bought on current candle.
I think that you push it because you get exactly at the 10 a.m. or even slightly after 10 a.m. You want to see how low this can go.
Well, it's
So
10 a.m. right now. We're 7 seconds away from 10 a.m.
is that it?
But this is not a reversal candle. Therefore, we wait. We wait for the reversal candle. I only buy strength on the following candle. So we're still going down, and that's fine. All right, let me glance at short-term Bitcoin. I'm sure it's struggling a bit because the stock market has opened and went to the downside. So
Right.
we're not out of the woods yet. I mean, we made it almost to 62,000. Uh, I would wait. This whole weekend is a no trade for me. Either way, I'm waiting until Monday, Tuesday. By the way, I got an 8:30 a.m. flight Eastern time on Monday, heading back to Panama. So I will not be on the show Monday morning. We will see what happens. Either we'll skip or maybe Matt will go solo. So keep that in mind. Or we bring on a guest. Matt will look to bring on a cool guest for the show. And yeah, Bitcoin is struggling a smidge, and the S&P. Now I'm getting a reversal candle. Things are slowing down. This is looking good. This is looking very good. You got a minute and a half to go.
Mm.
And this actually allows me, now that things have come down, this allows me to enter a bullish trade. Still a little hesitant to still too close to end of candle. And also the shorter the range of this candle, the easier it is to get that stop loss in. Let's see. Let's wait till this candle ends and then I'll give you the
Dude,
screen
bring
share.
bring up Bitcoin on a low time frame right now. Maybe you can do a comparison chart, 5 minute comparison chart.
Yeah, stock market's reversing first. Bitcoin should reverse if the stock market does.
Yeah, I think it will.
That's good. We're down to less than a minute on a 3 minute. What does the 5 minute look like? 5 minute looks even better. 3 minutes good enough. Yeah, I'm ready to go long.
Yeah.
The next break of that green line, you're long, and my stop loss is below the swing low. Boom. There it is.
Yep. Love it. Love it.
There's the stop loss. Now, how do we mitigate risk? You look at your risk. Your risk is 4 points. Once you go 4 points up, the moment this candle, or any candle for that matter, the moment the price of Bitcoin goes up above this range, I am on a break even stop, and this trade Can't lose me any money. It's almost there.
Yep.
It's almost there. I would already raise the stop loss to there. I would already lower my risk down to 2 points.
I think this
I
is
mean,
one that give this some room. This is a good one, especially after that dump.
I'll give it room once I'm on a break even stop loss. I'll give
Mm.
it. I can give it the rest of the day, but my priority is not to lose money. If I'm in a ring with Mike Tyson, my priority is not to get hit in the face. After that, after that, I have to work on a plan.
Everyone has a plan until they get hit in the face by Mike
Right.
Tyson.
I'll alter my plan all day long once I can avoid that first punch. So there it is. We touched that line. Ideally, we would have broken through that line. And yeah, we touched that line, man. I am setting a 25-cent buffer on a break-even stop loss. I avoided getting punched in the face, and now we can formulate a plan on how to make money. Uh, as long as now we're not losing money. So that's it. That's the trade. And I'm gonna hand it off to you, Matt. And then before we go, I will revisit this 3-minute candle chart on the
No,
S&P.
that's brilliant. We'll touch in on that in 5 minutes time. Please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends. Please use the affiliate links in the description below. Use the Discord group and the free bot. We've got BitGet and we're in the beta right now for Blowfin, and we need 1 or 2 clean trades just to make sure it's all smooth, and then we're launching there. We were so close to a trade today. But this volatility keeps cracking us out of the trade. So let's have a quick gander at the price as it is right now. I know I said in last night's show, this is that's a daily time frame here. Like this is I said like no man's land. Don't wouldn't trade it. But obviously I don't take my own advice, and I did trade it. So I'm long from 60,970. Tone, I did send clarification of that trade to you just while you were talking before, so it's there on Telegram. By the way, every time I say I'm in a trade, I don't publish it or whatever because it's my own business, but I do send every trade that I'm in to Tone. So Tone will verify that
Yeah,
these
you
are
must be you must be somewhat. I don't see your leverage, but since your liquidation is at
15.
57.4, I'm guessing your leverage is like in the 15x range.
Yeah, it's 15x trade. Yeah.
Which
So
sounds like a good guess because the thing doesn't show me your leverage. That was a straight up guess. And what your leverage is just based on what I see in your screenshot of your liquidation price.
well, a couple of math degrees should get you an understanding of how leverage works, so that's good. Yeah, look, and so look, like if we recover from here, it's absolutely brilliant. It's what we said all week that we come down to test these simple moving averages here, get a nice recovery. I did like the rounding off bottoming pattern here. Like the RSI and whatnot, it seems to be rounding a little bit here. We're not out of the woods, as Tone said. Like this thing could come back down like a hailstorm, right? But I just want to put in, as I've said all week, this a really well defined higher low, and this would be the perfect spot to do it. It hit beautifully, as Tom mentioned, off the middle of the channel there, the downwards channel. It hit beautifully off my simple moving averages here on the daily time frame. It's worth taking a punt on, and I have had 3 attempts at this punt every day. I did catch the short down, and I've taken 3 punts that have all got me out at about break even, give or take. I want one of them to kick on, and we'll see if this was the one. This is a really cool trade because it's very well defined stop loss, which I haven't placed yet, but I will in due course. I'm gonna go like the 12-hour time frame or something to have a look at something different. Yeah, once again, this is a really 12-hour looks really clean for me with the MRI coming in. We started this 12-hour here below all the simple moving averages, all of them, including the 200, but we've able to recapture the 7. We're coming back up on the 50 right now. We can push up to the 30. I think there's a real good chance to kick on from here. Let's have a look at the 4-hour time frame, and see where we sit. Yeah, this is really good. We've got back into this was scary last night because we kept retouching back inside the same point. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches of basically this same low, and none of them broke through to the downside, which was a serious possibility. And it's still on the table, obviously. but have recaptured the 7. It is rounding off. It has got the appearance of a recovery from here. But as I say, like we don't want to be coming back down and retouching the same area for the 7th time. I don't think there's anything that's going to hold it. If we come back down again, we would look for further downside. But as it stands right now, this is what a bottoming pattern really, really looks like on the 4 hour time frame. I'll just finish with the weekly and see where we're going to finish this week with 2.5 days left. I wanted this crash down to the 7 simple moving average, which I said on Monday. I wanted that to happen, but I wanted the recovery to happen fast. I wanted this to spend only like 1, 2, 3 days here, and I wanted it to eat back up. The weekend has recently been really, really low volume. So I don't know what's going to happen throughout the rest of the next 2.5 days, but I just want to see this close the week. It doesn't matter if it closes at red, but I just want to see this get a good wick beneath it. We'll see what happens. I don't want to see this down close with the body of the candle right at the bottom of this wick here. So let's see how the next 2.5 days plays out. But if this thing can close right up high, right next door, and right even if perfect case scenario above the 30 simple moving average, I think next week is an absolute banger. I think we'll get a green star on the weekly time frame. I think that we'll crack the modified lucid star, and I think we finally break this channel to the upside. But I don't think it'll happen from a weekly candle closing way down here at 56, 58. I think that's not a good place to end the week on. As I come back to you, Tone, that's all I have to say. We've been pretty good on this week, and it's been great to have you. What do you reckon? Which way do you reckon it's going to go? We going up or down to finish the next 2.5 days? I need your sound. I need your sound.
I was muted. Let's finish up that trade because it looks like down. And so here's what happens, right? We made it 4 points up. That was my off the entry. Then we closed the candle at 5 points up, and then we went even higher all the way to 7 points. What happens to my stop loss when this candle closes? When this candle closes, my stop loss goes right to the bottom of that candle. If this candle was any bigger, my stop loss would have gone into the middle of that candle. But the candle wasn't big enough, so my stop loss is there. The next candle completely reverses, and I get out of this trade with 2 points. 2 points may not be much. It's a $200 profit on 2 contracts. So 2 contracts would make me $200 on 2 points. And it's enough to buy a nice steak tonight. And considering I made money from an uptrend in a massive downtrend, I'll take it.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Tone. With the price, the stock market absolutely closing that gap with Bitcoin following suit,
Try
you
again?
know, without the gap, would you have a go again?
Yeah,
If we come down, if we hit those moving averages down there that you've got right where
yeah.
that 9 is, and all those, yeah, the cluster right there, down lower, 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 go a little lower.
No, I
Where
know,
that,
no, absolutely, right there.
yeah, you'd have to take a punt on that, right? That's
Yeah,
a
but I wouldn't do it right now. I would
no,
wait for
well,
10:30 or ideally 11, right?
we
Like
haven't got
time
there yet.
matters.
Yeah, time
Um,
matters. Right.
time matters, right? So right now, I would not be looking for longs. If it turns it around right now and goes long, that's fine. I'm not going to touch that trade. But if it keeps going down and I see an opportunity on a 10:30 candle, or even better, the opportunity comes in at 11 a.m., that's when I
Mm.
want to take that trade.
Yeah, I don't want to be Captain Hindsight here, but that was the easiest short I've probably ever seen on the stock market. That was that was, looks like a textbook. And it's if that closes that gap and then recovers throughout the rest of the day, that's as obvious as you'll get. It's got to be harder than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, today's Friday. It's the unemployment numbers. That's what it probably was. The unemployment numbers came in good. The unemployment beat
They always
expectations.
They always come in good, and then a month later they'll in quiet in the middle at 1 in the morning they'll get readjusted down to
Of
shit.
course, of
Why do the
course.
it's the bots,
You
idiots?
have the you have the government being run by people that uh basically think that whatever they say in print is right and the masses are wrong. And again, you have an administration that is not accountable to anyone or anything. So yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna make up numbers. And uh, well, people are working less. Average work week, hey, who needs to work? You're working less hours and you have more jobs. I mean, why not?
Wow. Work less. It's
Why
great.
not? And oh yeah, Bitcoin. I don't know. Bitcoin is like recover. Like wow, look at oil. So
Yeah.
yeah, the tensions in the Middle East are increasing the price of oil. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like everyone in the United States wants, Israel to, not everyone, but uh, a big fraction of the U.S. population really wants Israel to massively retaliate against Iran. Let's see what they say if oil is $200 a barrel and your gasoline is $12 a gallon to fill up the car. We'll see what kind of tune they sing about attacking. Right, so this is not the candle I go long on. I just don't like the timing of this candle. It's happening in the middle of nowhere. I'd wait, and I think 11 a.m. will mark the ultimate low, and then I would look for timing the bullish trade. Otherwise, I may just stay away from the rest of the day. I'd have to see. It's hard to say in hindsight what. But what I am not gonna do because I've made this mistake too many times is stay impatient. I'd
All
rather
right.
not trade than take on a trade I'm not 100% confident in.
Wish I could say the same. All right, Tone. On that bombshell.
All right, very good. Nice reversal candle in Bitcoin, but
Yeah.
all right, we're good.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for joining us all week. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. And I hope Bitcoin recovers. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I'm going to try and reach out to a special guest, which I know you all like, for Monday's show to replace Tone. And if we get nice comments, maybe we can get rid of Tone altogether. All right. Have a wonderful weekend.